Why does your mind keep replaying conversations that already happened? Why does it hold onto a single awkward sentence, a strange silence, or the look on someone's face that you can't quite explain? Why does your brain keep whispering, "You shouldn't have said that. They probably think less of you now"? It's not just overthinking. It's not being dramatic. What you're experiencing is psychological patterning, a survival mechanism that developed long before you knew what it was called. Replaying conversations is often rooted in social anxiety and self-monitoring. It's your brain's way of scanning for possible threats, not physical threats, but relational ones. Why? Because as humans, we're wired to seek connection. From birth, our safety depended on being emotionally accepted by others. And somewhere along the way, maybe in childhood, maybe in school, maybe in a dysfunctional home, you learned that words can cause disconnection, that saying the wrong thing could result in withdrawal, punishment, or shame. So now, as an adult, even in normal conversations, your brain kicks into hyper-evaluation mode. It's called post-event processing, a cognitive behavior where you repeatedly review a social interaction, focusing on how you think you came across. This process is not objective. Your brain isn't reviewing the moment to understand it. It's reviewing the moment to critique it, to find flaws, to reinforce the belief that something went wrong. This is especially common in people with low self-worth or those who experienced chronic emotional invalidation. Let's say you grew up being told, "Don't be so sensitive. Why did you say that? Stop talking so much." Or maybe no one said anything at all. You just felt the coldness, the silence, the emotional distance when you were too expressive or too honest. That teaches your nervous system, connection is fragile. Watch your words. Scan every interaction for mistakes. When you overanalyze conversations, you're often stuck in fawn response behavior, a survival response where you try to please, appease, and overcorrect to stay emotionally safe. This response is common in people with relational trauma. It comes from not knowing how others will respond, so you manage their perception in your mind long after they're gone. And your brain? It does this because it's trying to offer you control. If I can replay it enough, I can fix it in my head. I can be better next time. The brain stores not just what happened, but how it felt. So when a conversation leaves you feeling uncertain, the brain tags it as unresolved. But the truth is, most of the time, there's nothing to resolve. You're not in danger. You just felt exposed, and your body confused exposure with threat. If deep down you believe, "I'm awkward, I'm too much," or "I always ruin things," then your mind uses replays to confirm those beliefs. This is called confirmation bias. You know that voice in your head that keeps saying, "See, you messed up again. You're just not good enough." That voice isn't always telling the truth, but your brain believes it is. It's not the conversation that's harmful, it's the narrative you attach to it. So, how do we interrupt this cycle? How do we train the brain to stop scanning, judging, and looping? Here we talk about 5 tools to interrupt this cycle. Tool 1. Cognitive defusion. This is a technique from ACT therapy, where you separate yourself from your thoughts. Next time the loop starts, try this. Say out loud, "I'm noticing that I'm having the thought that I embarrassed myself." Not, "I embarrassed myself," but "I'm having the thought that." That simple shift helps you detach. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. Tool 2. Self-compassion. This isn't just a feel-good phrase. It's a practice shown to reduce anxiety and improve emotional regulation. Ask yourself, if my closest friend were spiraling like this, what would I say to them? Then say that to yourself, out loud if you can. The brain responds to self-soothing, not self-criticism. Tool 3. Reality testing. Ask yourself, did the person react negatively? Do I have evidence that I ruined the conversation? Or am I filling in blanks with fear? When you bring in logic to interrupt emotional memory, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for reasoning. This helps balance the emotional overdrive from the amygdala. The fear center. Tool 4. Completion rituals. If the mind replays because it lacks closure, create symbolic closure. Journal about the interaction. Write a response you never got. Speak it into a voice note and delete it. Then say, "That moment is done. I'm safe now." You're not broken for replaying conversations. You're not weak. You're not too sensitive. You're someone who learned to survive through vigilance, through emotional awareness, through reading between the lines, because you had to. But now, you get to choose peace, not by silencing your thoughts, but by understanding them, by softening toward them, by reminding yourself, I don't have to fix every moment to be safe. The truth is, most of those conversations, they didn't go nearly as badly as your mind tells you. And even if they did, you still deserve love. You still deserve rest. You still deserve to move on. You're not your worst moment. You're not the silence after your words. You're not the face someone made that you misread. You are a thinking, feeling, evolving human being, and you are allowed to feel peace, even if everything wasn't perfect. Until next time, be kind to your mind, and even kinder to the voice inside that just wants to feel okay.